Hi, my name is Mike Duffy. I'm the Chief Operations Officer with Solutions Group International, based here in Beverly Hills, California. And I want to talk to you a little bit today about your upcoming travels to South America. And I'd like to specifically provide you with a few safety and security tips to make your travels a little bit safer while visiting those countries. First and foremost, be constantly aware of your surroundings. Your vigilance may convince a would-be attacker to find an easier target. When we talk about being aware of your surroundings, what we're actually talking about is every once in a while take a moment to look outside and beyond your bubble and take a visual snapshot of what's happening around you. Don't travel to places you're not familiar with. Have a plan, know where you're going all the time. When traveling, try to travel with large groups of people and minimize the amount of travel you do after dark. Avoid the use of public transportation. All ground transportation should be requested through the hotel concierge or through a trusted service provider. When traveling in a vehicle, you want to keep your windows up and your doors locked at all times. When coming to a stop at a traffic signal, you want to allow yourself a little bit of room both in front of your vehicle and behind your vehicle in case you need to take evasive action. You'll allow yourself the room to conduct those maneuvers. Keep all of your valuables out of sight to avoid becoming a victim of a smash and grab. When stopping at a traffic signal, be aware of any pedestrians that may approach the car, as oftentimes these are areas where criminal activity takes place. Keep photocopies of your passport and other travel documents on your person, and keep all originals locked in the hotel safe. Before entering an establishment, scan the area for suspicious activity. This will reduce your chances of walking into a problem. Suspicious activity would include persons loitering in an area without a sense of purpose or paying a little bit more attention to you than would be considered normal. Once inside an establishment, take note of all emergency exits and other avenues of escape. You always want to have a plan should something occur while you're in the restaurant, whether it involves criminal activity, a potential fire, other types of hazards, on where you're going to go and how you're going to get there. While on travel, if you need to withdraw money, try to withdraw it from a bank during normal business hours. If you need to use ATMs in controlled areas, bank lobbies, shopping malls, and avoid using ATMs after dark. If you need to use a bank or an ATM machine while on travel, be aware of money transport vehicles that may be parked out in front of these establishments. If you see one of these vehicles, wait for it to leave before approaching to conduct your personal business. Try to avoid confrontations with local residents and merchants. Oftentimes these individuals are armed, and you want to take every precaution to avoid triggering a response by law enforcement, who oftentimes will side against you in these situations. Credit card fraud is very common in South America. To avoid fraudulent activity with your credit card, only use it in reputable establishments and physically watch your credit card being scanned. If you find yourself in a situation where you're confronted by criminals who are demanding your cash and valuables, surrender them without resistance. Oftentimes, injury occurs when a victim hesitates or refuses to surrender their valuables or cash. Traffic collisions are a common occurrence in South America, especially in metropolitan areas. Pedestrians should use extreme caution when crossing the street, even in marked crosswalks, and should look both ways even when crossing one-way streets. In addition, rules of the road are routinely disobeyed throughout South America as vehicles travel at unsafe speeds. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. We're confident that if you apply the safety tips that we've outlined, you'll experience a safe and enjoyable trip.